is Half Mental, the show that's 90% baseball and the other half mental. I'm Maximum Muncy. Just do it.
Hey, shut up! I'm Madison Bumgarner. Shut up!
Hey, do it.
Shut up and do your show.
Shut
up and do your show. Sorry.
For those unaware, which I think is probably impossible if you're the kind of person who looks up a baseball show on the internet.
Let's just go ahead and get my play of the week, my power rankings out of the way, all with this one play that happened yesterday. It was really cool. It was awesome. Max Muncy, too, is like a pretty quiet dude. Like, he's the most bold I've ever seen him to arguably one of the biggest players in baseball.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, just like, okay, set it up.
So, it's first inning.
Yeah.
Is he your number 3 hitter? What would he have been hitting? Or 2 or something yesterday?
I think he
now that I think about it?
Second yesterday.
So, first inning, Dodgers, Giants in San Francisco. Max Muncy hit a solo home run off of Madison Bumgarner into McCovey Cove.
Yeah, deep.
Which is a long, like far, like he actually hit it past the boats.
Yeah, past like the kayakers.
The boats were like, oh shit.
It's true.
And I mean, you know, he pimped it a little bit, but Bumgarner initiated it. Bumgarner said, quit watching it, or whatever. So, quit watching, run the bases.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And
we found out post-game.
Right.
That Muncy responded to him, if you want me to quit watching the ball, go get it out of the ocean.
Yeah, which is
so cool. I don't care.
It's the best. I mean, it's the best.
There were immediately people that are like, it's a bay, not an ocean. Did you see that? It's the best.
That's what James Manning said last night. That makes a lot of sense.
Like, it's ocean water, but the bay, it's in the bay.
That's hilarious.
And then I also liked, the great Brisbee did this on The Athletic today, but I had this thought last night of like, okay, so it was a great piece of trash talk, but like, he wanted Bumgarner to go get the ball?
Yeah, it honestly, if you break it down, doesn't make a ton of sense. But the fact that he said it is cool. We've talked about this before. There are things that Dan Sennett says on this show. Sorry to name you by name like that.
Oh, yeah. Did you just dox me?
I guess so.
Oof.
There are things that Dan says on this show that I end up quoting a lot. Like from our first season, I still to this day say, he is a grown man that just says fuck when he's mad.
Did you see? Okay.
Wait, I'm not done.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
And for whatever reason this year, I found myself saying, and I've said it maybe 3 or 4 times in the last 24 hours. But before that, I'd said it a few times. Like, it is you just hit a ball into a body of water. Like, I don't care how or where. In order to hit a ball from home plate into a body of water, you're hitting it a really far away.
Yeah.
Even if you're on a Little League field.
Yeah.
So, it's awesome. And Max Muncy really, I mean, he didn't immediately, politely drop his bat and start sprinting, but like he really didn't pimp it that hard, No. We see it a lot. I saw someone's tweet that was like, if Tim Anderson hits a home run off of Bumgarner's going to lose his mind.
So there were a few added layers to this game. Like Bumgarner versus the Dodgers has been an awesome deal. Right. This could have been his last start against the Dodgers.
Yeah, because he might be traded, right?
Yeah, and you guys don't play the Giants again until September.
Interesting.
It's likely that he's traded by then.
Yeah.
And it was also a 1-0 final score.
Right.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and that was in the first inning.
Yeah, very cool. And Bumgarner pitched, I think he pitched 7 innings, right?
Yeah, he pitched well.
Did you hear Bumgarner? I think it was probably after the game, but I heard it this morning. He said, everyone wants to let the kids play. He was like, this is me, though. This is how I play. Which I actually thought was sort of an interesting...
That's fair. Right?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, again, if you try to bring that mentality into normal life, it doesn't work, I think. But
right.
But I actually, when I saw that, I was like, all right, sure. As long as I mean, he didn't throw at Max Muncy in his next at bat,
Right, and
which he could have done. He had a couple opportunities.
Physically attack him.
Yeah.
It's not the first. I mean, we've had so many, whatever you want to call it, with that guy, scuffles or whatever, you know. And a lot of them are from home runs. I saw Bumgarner hit a home run off of Ryu. I think it must have been last year. But I saw a mashup of like how he reacted to his home run versus Muncy, and it's like they pretty much did the exact same thing.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, that was really fun.
Thanks for tuning in this week.
Good night.
No. There are some other things.
I think we make that joke every episode.
I don't know.
And
It never gets old. Right, guys? I want to talk about stealing home.
Oh, I saw it.
I feel like there's been a lot of stealing home this year.
I feel
and
like
by that, I think there have been like 3, which feels like a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like, too, I don't know, Dan, if you agree with me, but I feel like the term stealing home can be like, I'll be disappointed. Like, I'll get a highlight notification on my phone. It's like, a steal of home. Check this out. And I'll fire it up. It'll be like a pickoff attempt a second, and then the guy gets in a pickle.
Well, that's not what happened yesterday.
No, I know. Okay. But I'll be disappointed so often when I see like the steal of home highlight. But yesterday we got this like very pure, straight steal of home.
I mean, even a good steal of home,
awesome.
It's basically people not paying attention. Like, it's basically somebody taking advantage of somebody else's.
Yes.
Like, obvious, like an unforced error almost,
right.
You know. But Rugnet Odor stole home.
Rugi.
Yeah. And Bryce Harper attempted to. Did you see this, too?
Yeah, I thought, did he not make it?
Nope. He said he thought if he slid head first, he would have made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think I did see this play. Did he end up knocking the catcher over?
Yeah, he kind of, yeah.
Not that was a bad thing. I was
No,
trying
it wasn't
right.
in a controversial way. But I'd like somebody to write an article about if I am actually seeing more steals of home this year, or if it's just a figment of my imagination.
Okay. Can someone, Tanker,
yeah, or
Douche Canoe,
if anybody at Fangraphs watches this show, which would be hilarious.
Are there more steals of home lately or this year?
Like this year.
This year. Yeah, that was a great play. And it did end the pronunciation of his name for me.
Yeah.
Because I was not convinced that I was not convinced that you guys were right.
Were you going with Roughneck? That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've said Roughneck on this show in past seasons.
Right. Which is probably why I went with that.
Did you hear about the Rangers-A's weekend? They had a crazy, due to rain and different travel stuff, they played 4 games in 48 hours.
Ew.
But it was like afternoon doubleheader, afternoon game.
Yikes.
It was crazy. And I mean, they were like...
love that.
They were like bringing, I think it was the Rangers AAA team, just had to play 3 guys short because they just flew the guys to the city to Dallas just in case they needed them. They were not even active on the Major League roster.
But
it was just so they could make them active like that if they needed them, like in between games.
That's wild. I wonder how often that's happened. That seems rare. And usually they do that type of stuff at like the end of the season too. You know, if they're like really desperate.
I think they said they made like 14 roster moves in the 48 hours, the 2 teams combined. There were like injuries. Like one of the catchers got injured in the first game. And it was like, well, this guy needs to catch 36 innings in the next 27 hours now or something. It was wild. So kind of crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much. I don't. I've been a little bit behind on baseball this week, so. But that Max Muncy thing.
2018, 2018 free agency is over, finally.
Oh, that's right.
Keuchel and Kimbrel both signed
have homes.
With 2 teams that should have just signed them in the offseason, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Keuchel is with the Braves.
Yeah. Do you remember any of the offers he got, like numbers wise?
No, his market was like super cold. I mean,
Right.
there were not a lot of reports.
But didn't the Astros offer him something?
I think the Astros ended up basically offering him the qualifying offer deal that he rejected
Okay.
in the beginning of the offseason.
Yeah.
So it was like $18 million for one season. And he ended up taking
13, I saw.
it's a prorated, so he will get paid 13. So for the year, it's a $20 million contract, if that makes sense. I mean,
but yeah, he's not going to make $20 million.
No, he will make 13.
I see what you're saying.
I think for tax purposes and stuff, it's a $20 million contract.
This probably isn't the dumbest thing I've ever said on this show, but for a split second, when they signed him, it was like 1 year deal, and I was like, okay, well, so does that mean he's going to pitch for like 2 months next year for the Braves? and then I was like, no, that's stupid.
Like if it were a calendar year,
exactly.
Year deal. Kimbrel got 2 years from the Cubs, which made a lot of sense. I don't know. Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if he just didn't do that? I actually thought that. I saw a picture, and because we talked about this before, and I just think that's like a dumb thing that he shouldn't do.
Right.
He's right-handed, right?
Yeah. Kimbrel strikes me as the type of guy that would go to the White House.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
You just mean that he's a white guy?
Well, I just mean he strikes me as a Trump supporter for sure.
Him and Chris Bryant.
Oh, man.
Oh,
man.
The draft was last week.
Oh, yeah? We also had a collegiate no-hitter and a super regional. It was super cool. He struck out 19 hitters.
His name is Kumar Rocker, which is a great name. Good job, Kumar.
Yeah. The dude is
I hope he becomes the best pitcher with the last name Rocker. We can all forget about John Rocker.
That'd be great. I think maybe with this one
he may already
his belt. I guess he's not a Major League Baseball player, but the highest amount of strikeouts in a no-hitter before this guy, even though, again, he's in college, 17.
Interesting.
Scherzer had
19's
17.
Real good.
19's a lot.
Did you see a little deal with the offensive timeout?
No.
So I guess in college, coaches can call a timeout and like have a conference with the hitter.
Uh-huh.
And they did that to him once. And like I think it was later in the game. It was like obvious. He was dominating, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's nobody on base. Like you're not talking strategy, right? And so he had a hitters conference, and it was obviously just to try to throw him off his rhythm. And he struck the guy out on 3 pitches, and he looked at the opposing dugout and goes, maybe you need another conference.
Nice. That's awesome. College baseball seems amazing.
It's pretty hype.
Like, I don't...
Right?
Yeah.
Is that the right way to do that?
Is that the right way to use that word? You got it. I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, what am I asking you for?
Yeah, it just seems awesome. Did you see the highlight from last night, Mississippi State, where that guy creams a ball and he goes nuts?
Yeah.
And then when he's rounding the bases, the first base umpire.
I know!
Like, what are you doing?
The first base ump was telling him to stop celebrating.
Yeah.
Just so dumb.
I know. The comments on Twitter from that have just been amazing. Someone said, is that Bumgarner's dad? Anyway. All right. Well, baseball rules.
Yeah. Can I say a play of the week that isn't the
my play of the week is Max Muncy. How there could be any other one.
I'd like to give a little defensive highlight.
Oh, cool.
To one of our favorite players from last season, who we haven't talked a lot about.
Mitch Haniger.
No, I wish. Mitch Haniger ruptured a testicle.
He ruptured a testicle?
Ruptured testicle.
I got an alert that he was hurt. I didn't
you didn't click on it, huh?
Poof.
Yeah. My boy Ozzie Albies.
Oh, Ozzie.
Hard ground ball right back to the pitcher. And the pitcher, kicks it to the shortstop side of second base. Albies fields it basically in deep short as a second baseman. and arms the ball to first base for the out.
Awesome.
It was so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm so glad to have the second best defensive Aussie in the history of the game playing right now.
True. I mean, he's young enough that he could.
He's not going to be better than Ozzie.
Which that also reminds me, since we talked about this on the last episode randomly, Ronald Acuna had an at-bat against Urena this past week.
Oh.
You know what he did?
I hope he took him yard.
He hit a home run.
Nice.
And the dugout went nuts, and then when Acuna came back in, he yelled something at the camera. It was awesome. It was cool.
I think the Braves are giving away, I think it was Acuna, replica chains that he wears.
Really?
Which is really cool.
That is cool.
Because it's like the outline of the country he's from. Like, they're very recognizable. It's
Yeah.
not just a plain gold chain. Which I think is really cool.
So if they gave one for...
See, look at what the mic's doing.
Wait. It's a replica of whose chain?
Acuna's.
If they gave one for Ozzy, then everyone would have 2 chains.
Yeah.
I think that's a wrapper. It's been a week. See you next one.
We had some somber baseball news come through last night. Beloved Boston Red Sox David Ortiz
This is my fucking city.
was shot
Yeah.
through his back and has like multiple organ damage.
Yep.
And he's been flown to Boston, I believe,
The Red Sox.
on the Red Sox private plane.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's going to be okay.
Yes. He's in
A
stable
lot of
condition.
outpouring of love.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
For, by all accounts, a guy everybody loves.
This is a bigger conversation, which I'm literally... Maybe we talk about it more next week if anyone comments about it. But, like, do you... I mean, it's his home, you know? But, like, do you consider just not going back there to live there or what? I mean...
The New York Post reported that 2 cops were paid to shoot him by a drug lord because Papi slept with the drug lord's wife.
Don't go back.
So, and Papi's married with 3 kids and has been like a long-term marriage.
Right.
So the New York Post, I think, not the most reliable in the world, but also not the most unreliable necessarily.
Probably not.
Either.
That's probably fair.
Like, they get that sort of stuff right sometimes, I think.
I mean, bottom line is obviously super pumped that he is okay, and it sounds like he's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, we've had other players get into some trouble even...
Yeah, I mean, I think they just like to go home, you know, they're...
Right, which is totally understandable. Yeah. I would never...
I think the level of stardom they enjoy in their home countries is like pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And like the reverence that they're dealt with almost.
Right. But anyway, Big Papi.
Yeah.
One of the best. So, much love.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers again to Papi.